It has been 2 weeks since a gunman shot 17 people to death at a high school in Parkland, Florida. Today, the school reopened as talk continued in Washington on what to do about guns. John Yang has our report.
Students returned to Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School classrooms this morning amid reminders of the Valentine's Day killings.
We're never going to be back to normal, but it's just going to get us in the right direction again.
Makeshift memorials were piled high with flowers. Some brought signs of encouragement. There was a heavy police presence.
Oh, wow, there are a lot of police. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a lot.
The nearly 3,300 students began the day with fourth period, the classes that were underway when the shooting started 2 weeks ago today.
We start the day in the class where the event took place, so that's gonna be a little sad and weird. But I'm just glad to see everybody that I spent the hard time with and see that they're all okay.
14-year-old Jamie Gutenberg was killed in the shooting. Today, her father watched as classmates went back to school without her.
It's the safest school in America right now. So as long as it stays that way, I guess I'm okay. And I think it'll stay that way for the rest of this year with all this significant presence and efforts to strengthen and fortify it. It's still the scene of where my daughter, unfortunately, was murdered.
A teacher posted a picture of a therapy dog in her classroom. Many students said they would keep fighting for stricter gun control laws.
We're still around, we're still kicking it. We're still trying to send a message. We're don't forget about us, because we can't forget those who we lost.
The school reopened as a major gun retailer, Dick's Sporting Goods, announced it's not waiting for new legislation. CEO Edward Stack said the company will stop selling assault-style rifles and will not sell any gun to anyone under 21.
We were so disturbed and saddened by what happened, we felt we really needed to do something. We did everything that the law required, and still he was able to buy a gun.
Amazing that he was able to buy one.
He was still able to buy a gun.
The 19-year-old shooting suspect, Nicholas Cruz, legally purchased a gun from Dick's last fall, but not the AR-15 he allegedly used in the shooting. At the White House, President Trump met with a bipartisan group of lawmakers to talk about gun control legislation.
So as we continue to mourn the loss of so many precious young lives in Parkland, Florida, we're determined to turn our grief into action.
Mr. Trump backed better background checks for gun purchases, including private sales like those at gun shows, and arming teachers and other school workers.
I really believe it's going to prevent it from ever happening, because they are cowards, and they're not going in when they know they're going to come out dead.
In some of the worst school shootings, though, like Columbine, Virginia Tech, and Sandy Hook, the shooters killed themselves. And the president underscored his differences with the powerful National Rifle Association, calling for raising the age for buying assault-style weapons, saying authorities should have preemptively taken away Cruz's guns, and saying legislation to allow concealed carry permits to apply across state lines should not be a priority.
I'm a big fan of the NRA. They want to do right. These are great people. These are great patriots. They love our country. But that doesn't mean we have to agree on everything.
Democratic Senator Chris Murphy of Connecticut told Mr. Trump that passing legislation required presidential leadership.
Mr. President, it's going to have to be you that brings the Republicans to the table on this, because right now the gun lobby would stop it in its tracks.
As the president and lawmakers are seeking common ground, hoping to prevent future tragedies. For the PBS NewsHour, I'm John Yang.
In a related development, police in Dalton, Georgia, arrested a high school teacher after he barricaded himself in an empty classroom and fired a handgun once. No one was hit, but one student sprained an ankle running. There is no word on the teacher's motive.